patience, all the above. And if you know the neighborhood, it is just that, it's a neighborhood. And as far as parking, you take the street, it's not very much street parking. And I just feel that's going to be the biggest issue, is going to be parking.
Okay.
So I don't know when they're going to vote on it. Is that coming up next council meeting?
I don't think we will vote on it now.
Oh, really?
After the public hearing,
Was last week.
CSB's plans changed
Okay.
to where it's 24/7, 365, but they're only holding patients for 23 hours. And that's allowable in the zoning that the building currently is in. By doing that, it needed to be rezoned if it was going to be overnight, a 24-hour long.
Right.
Once they changed the plan, then that took it out of our hands completely. Now, if there's a parking, if there's a traffic, if there's that kind of concern, yes, we do have that. Now, limiting what they can do, that's out of our hands. But if there is an issue, if it goes forward and there is an issue, then we get with Alan, get with the police department, and then we can make sure traffic, congestion, those type of things that does come back in our sphere.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm sorry I missed the last meeting, but I'd still want to just voice my concern.
Glad you did. Thanks,
That's
George.
fine.
And Mr. Halsey, as Mr. Crozier mentioned, if there becomes, certainly with your business and the standing that your business has in our community, if there becomes an issue with the parking and customers getting to you, please don't hesitate to contact the city.
Okay.
Please. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Did anybody else want to speak under public comment tonight? It's the only one that signed up, Joel. Okay, city manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of council, members of the public with us tonight. Thank you all for your attendance. Just a few quick things. As I mentioned in our report to you folks, I'd spoken with Susan Hammond on a couple of our bridges, and she followed up with me today. The Rayon Bridge has been awarded to Orders Construction. That took place on October the 29th of this year, of course. And the completion date for Rayon Bridge is fixed at no later than November the 5th, 2027. So that project will begin next year with an allowable construction time period of 853 days. So we're all anxious to get that started. That project, the Rayon Bridge, has been bundled with two other bridges that Orders Construction will be handling here in our region. But Rayon is set and targeted for start and completion within what we had agreed on.
So they're actually starting a year early and finishing a year early.
I'm sorry, 2020.
They were talking 6 and 8, 26 and 28 originally.
Yeah, well, it's to be complete in 27.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and then the Hawthorne Street Bridge, they are preparing to go to advertisement shortly after the first of the year, and it will include replacing the existing deck that was put up there, combination of VDOT and Virginia Tech and a glue company. It will be coated with a lightweight concrete. There'll be some minor spall repair on the substructure, some steel repairs, undermining repair, and slope stabilization. So we'll be anxious to get that taken care of up there as well, because as you drive across the Hawthorne Street Bridge, you can see the tiles continuing to peel off up there. Also, I mentioned to you, I'd spoken to John Stiltner with Landmark Development in regards to the Rivermont School project. There was a little bit of hang up with the Department of Historical Resources and the plan that they had submitted to them. I think they're working those things out, and hopefully soon after the first year we'll be ready to move forward on that project up there. And I appreciate John. We're looking at The big thing was the roofing, and we're looking at gable roofing, and he wanted to make sure that it fit in the neighborhood, and so sometimes the historical people have a little bit of concerns about that. So, but anyway, that's the direction that we're heading at up there. I had made mention to you folks also about the lake level. I want to thank John Riley, at our water plant. The Lake Moomaw, as we know, we're going through some pretty dry weather. The Corps engineers and folks at Lake Moomaw are quick to keep Smurfit, West Rock, and the city of Covington abreast of the situation up there. We are in a drought emergency stage, and that is based on being below the 1,560 feet. We are currently at 1,558 feet, which is 1.36 feet below the qualification of a drought emergency. So nothing put in place as of right now with the city or the county on conservation of water, but we do encourage folks to be mindful. And one of the tough things about the winter months, people don't realize, and speaking with John and staff meeting on Monday, a lot of folks, when we get to this time of year, tweak that nozzle and run water around the clock to avoid freezing pipes and things. So just we caution folks and just ask them to be mindful of their water use. We'll kind of skip ahead a little bit. Got an exciting Saturday coming up here in Covington. Our Good News Church across the street will be having their holiday bazaar. Correct me, Mr. Mayor, I think we're upwards of 60 vendors. Okay, so please pass on to your friends and your neighbors to come down. That program is pretty much all day, 10 to 5 or so.
Starts off with breakfast with Santa at 9.
Okay, so,
Food and Bad Bazaar starts at 10
okay,
or 11.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Shriners are going to be doing donuts.
Shriners will have donuts up here on the
okay,
corner.
very good. All right, so Shriners and breakfast and a good bazaar. Then bounce houses. This will be located down on Maple, down towards the library. Bounce houses will be available from 10 until 3. That'll be sponsored by Old Town Covington. Also down that way, if you care to have a horse and buggy ride, that will take place from 12 until 5. You will leave Maple Avenue, go down around Main Street Park and back up that little section of Main up by 410 and hang a left and back to Maple. So, and then our parade is at 6 o'clock Saturday evening. So a big day in Covington, Virginia with the celebration of our holiday season. So please take time to get involved in all the wonderful things that we have going on here in the community. Sport complex is all lit up. Lots of compliments. We appreciate those that have been making donations. We thank you in appreciation for that. And those monies, as we did last year, will be dedicated towards some additional lighting at the trail next year. But it is very, very nice, and salute to the Recreation Department for their creativeness for those that paid real close attention. There are snowmen players on first, second, and third, and home plate, and we even have a few in the stands. So that's pretty cool. And the only complaint or concern I've had is that I guess there are a few outfielders in our community that we didn't have any outfielders this year. So they'll be coming off the bench for next year. Yeah. So, but anyway, just very pleased with what we've invested and put together over there. A shout out also to our Public Works Department. Our downtown is as pretty as any downtown. So take the time and take a cool stroll down Main Street up Maple. Creative folks at the Pocket Parks. So a lot of compliments have been made our way about how well we look for the holiday season, and certainly very, very proud of that. Fieldhouse project, speaking with the general contractor today. We're probably at substantial completion going into mid-late January. And I have a quarterly report to provide to the Allegheny Foundation. And I will look forward to letting them know that there's about 6 subcontractors here in Covington and Allegheny Highlands that are involved with that project as well. And certainly concrete and lumber at D Hall and places like that, as well as the electric place around the corner. So again, it does my heart good to know that we're doing these nice projects in Covington, and we're recycling that dollar here in our own community. This past Sunday night, we had our annual tree lighting here at City Hall. Very well attended for a chilly night. We did have Santa Claus. He rode in on Hezekiah. We appreciate him getting here, and our firemen taking care of Santa. Faith Reynolds was our tree lighter this year. I'm sad Mr. Hunter can't be here, but he's deep kin to that young lady. She was tickled to death to light our tree. And for those who don't understand the process, we have been doing this for a number of years with our Edgemont elementary second graders. With the advent of the consolidated schools, we began rotating last year, which was at Callahan. This year, Mountain View. Next year will be Sharon. And the young folks in the second grade color a picture that has been pre-selected, and then it goes to the high school art classes for judging, and then they let us know who is the top colorer. And this year it happened to be Faith Reynolds, and there are some of us that really have a deep appreciation for our kids in the community, and we're just tickled to death with that. And again, our audit will be presented on the 20th, and 11 o'clock, BB. Can we just go ahead and set that for 11? All right, so we'll just plan for 11 o'clock on December the 20th for our audit, and then we will depart here and break bread as a collective group of Covington employees, with much thanks to Good News for preparing our meal for us on that day. Any questions? Stay warm. It's quite cool, and I want to thank the chief. He keeps me updated on weather through Blacksburg. We're going to have a pretty tough Thursday morning and Friday. Thursday we may see a little bit of white stuff, but the winds and the cold temperatures are going to be brutal. And then we'll go right back into spring next week. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you, folks. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, do you all have any questions? So we have items to add to the agenda for next week. There will be a reception here 5:30 to 6:30 for the departure of Vice Mayor Crozier and myself. I've already taken Will to retirement. I have trouble getting out of the house and out of bed, but that's okay. I've slept better the last 2 weeks than I've slept as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. I need a good night's sleep every once in a while. Enjoy it. So everybody's invited to that, 6:30, 5:30, 6:30 here next Tuesday. Also, now when is this public hearing? Is it 6:30?
Start a regular meeting.
In the regular meeting? Okay. Public hearing to amend and reenact section 10-262 alcoholic beverage and beer by revising the license tax for certain types of alcohol in conformity with state law. We need to put that on the agenda. We have an ordinance for the opioid settlement recovery money, resolution. That's not an ordinance, that's a resolution. 2435 to take in some opioid abatement money. And we have the item that we added at the beginning of the meeting, R2436, which is donation to the community-based policing contribution from a private citizen. That's for the Shop with a Cop event. We have an appointment to League of Older Americans for Advisory Council.
Do we have somebody already on that?
Mr. Hunter is on it, and there's conflicts with his scheduling for other appointments, and he is not interested in being on there again.
Is that a citizen appointment?
I'll check.
Yeah, double check if you don't mind. Because with him being on it, I don't remember.
I don't know whether it's a council appointment or a citizen.
But I'll check.
Okay. So we, okay with putting all that on the
Mhm.
agenda for next week?
Agenda.
Any of y'all have any new business?
I have nothing.
Fred?
No, no.
Nothing?
Nothing, dang it, Fred.
You killed a deer again?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Alan killed one, Fred killed one.
Y'all killed him.
You
Did you kill one, Lance?
I got one, let it put it go. Hey, I had to have my granddaughter go out and shoot it for me, but I got me one, buddy. Freezer full.
Well, guys,
I'll move to adjourn.
Recess.
Oh, yeah, that's
recess.
it. I'll make a motion that we recess this meeting until Thursday, December 5th at 6 PM, where we will have a closed session. What A number is that, Becky, do you remember?
It's on that page, I think, Tom. Call meeting.
It's at 6.
It's at 6, it's a 2.2-3711
A3.
A3, to go into closed session with the board of supervisors.
need a second.
I'll say.
All in favor?
You
are not adjourned.
We
We
got
are
something we gotta
recessed.
sign, everybody, don't
Yeah, we got
Becky?
something we got signed.
Yeah, I've already done
Don't let them
that.
girls get out, you want to.
Yeah, I gave him the pages.
Do I have one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
you
said-
had one in front of you. It's in that pile. There you
It's
go.
right there.
That's
This
it.
one?
Go to the
Yeah.
second page.
I brought one with me.
Well, that's good.
Becky, what's the date on Thursday? What is Thursday? Fifth.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is the
That's at
15th.
16.
There you gotta have your taxes paid.
Yeah.
Paid them a month ago. Burn it all.
Today's second, no, third, yeah.
There's something else for you. That's what- Thank you for doing this. I would like to send you a Christmas card.
It'll be quick. It'll be, no, I tell you what,
Here's
a
Thomas.
few years ago to do
She needs
funerals
that.
here. I couldn't do it without that. It's like I have hair tape, wearing my pants.
Hey, hey, hey.
See you Thursday. Thank you.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll take care of it. Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Which one is it?
This one is at the Arts and Crafts Center. Now, this one I can't go to, well, none of us can, because it's from 5:30 to 7, and we're meeting here at 6 Thursday. So this one may have to go to the wayside, but the 4 other ones, I've already got on my calendar.
Hey, I've got them on mine too.
Okay.
I'll be there too.
Okay. I've got a lot of
I
free,
can promise you I won't.
I got a lot of free time on my hands now, so if I don't do stuff like that, I don't leave my house.
I'll be.
Okay.
I'm making too much time on my hands. I'm making a point.
But
Hey,
Never said that. What are you gonna be doing? I'm taking care of this.
Like if I have a question.
He just
I woke up this morning, I didn't really have to start getting ready for anything until 11. Woke up at 8.
Well, I'm glad he got hold of you.